And welcome to Tyra Mini Reads, Reviews, Discusses, Monologues about everything and anything, and that's on period. So today, I'm gonna be discussing a couple of books that I recently just got. So, a book haul, yay! Um, I typically, so for other authors that I love, I would, if I knew they had a book coming out, I usually have them on Amazon pre-order. So it's far and in between that I would just randomly go into like a bookstore to buy books, but I do that, and so I just wanted to kind of discuss some of the books that I recently got. So I recently just got back from Cape Town, and when I was in Cape Town, I decided to go into a bookstore at the airport because I didn't have any time to kind of go to like an independent bookstore in Cape Town. But I went to a bookstore inside the airport and I was able to snag myself three books that, like I said, I do a lot of research before buying books. I have them on Amazon pre order, but that day I was like, you know what? I want to buy a book that's from a local author and then just, whatever other books that kind of stick out to me. So I'm going to be showing you my books, my first one. So the first one I got was Love at First Book. Um, so this book had me at the title because I love books. I love love. I mean, a book, a story about books, lovers, or something like that. Um, and the synopsis kind of felt like something I would love. So it says the beginning. Emily Allen has always been an introvert. Hello, introvert over here, but never afraid of adventure. When her favorite author, Sibhan, I never know how to spell that name. Riordan offers her a job at her bookstore. She moves to Ireland without a second thought. So so it says the middle, helping Sio, again, the name, overcome writer's block and finish the final book in her acclaimed series is a dream come true for M. If only she didn't have to deal with Kieran, the grouchy manager of Siobhan's bookstore, who clearly doesn't want her around. So, and it's a baby of a book. It's like 300 pages. So cute. I'm so excited to dive into this book. So I definitely will do a review on the channel once I read it. So the next book that I bought that was kind of like indigenous to, I think, South Africa is I Did Not Die by Tabelo Mzamo. Mzamo, I think I said that right. So it says, Botho Perry finds work as a miner in South Africa and has to leave his wife, Mtatisi, and her two children in Lesotho. Almost 3 years go by without word from Botho, and the resourceful Mtasisi is left taking care of their family. But it is ultimately their secrets that threaten to unravel the already delicate thread that has been holding them together. Some of Botho's troubles are of his own making, while others are rumored to be caused by witchcraft, especially with the mysterious Mokoto always lurking on the ferry free. Then one day, Botho decides to take control of his own fate. This haunting story explores the harsh realities of a mine worker's fragmented family. So, as you can see, it sounds very interesting, and I just wanted to, So about the author, born on 15th of November, Tabelo Mzamo is from Botshabelo, Bloemfontein, and grew up in Guguleto, Cape Town. So I'm happy that I was able to get a work that was from native to Cape Town. The book is about 221 pages, so it's gonna be like, it's a really short book. I'm super excited. I haven't actually read from this author before, and so I'm super excited to see what this book is about. So the next book that I picked up at the airport, this is still in Cape Town, is There Are Rivers in the Sky by Elif Shafak. Oh God, I'm really messing up the names today, guys. I'm sorry. Shafak. Okay, Elif Shafak. A masterpiece, Ruth Ozeki. I don't even know who that is. But so I do like some like fiction books. So when I saw this, and this author has a lot of books, he has over 10 or 15 books, right? So this book it was kind of different. I like the synopsis. So let me quickly go ahead and read a little of it, and then you can kind of see why it kind of drew to me. It says, um, in the ruins of Nineveh, an ancient city of Mesopotamia, there lies hidden in the sand fragments of a long forgotten poem, the Epic of Gilgamesh. Okay. In Victorian London, an extraordinary child is born at the edge of the dirt black River Thames. Arthur's only chance of escaping poverty is his brilliant memory. When his gift earns him a spot as an apprentice at a printing press, Arthur's world opens up far beyond the slums, with one book sending him across the seas, Nineveh and its remains. In Turkey in 2014, Nareen, a Yazidi girl living by the river Tigris, waits to be baptized with water brought back from the holy Lalish in Iraq. The ceremony is cruelly interrupted, and soon Nareen and her grandmother must journey across war-torn lands in the hope of reaching the sacred valley of their people. In London 2018, heartbroken Zelika, a hydrologist, moves to a houseboat on the Thames to escape the wreckage of her marriage. Zelika foresees a life drained of all love and meaning until an unexpected connection to her homeland changes everything. So this is set in London, Turkey, and I guess in London again. So and then there's there's 2018, there's 2018, there's 2014. I mean, it's going all over the place. Oh, Victorian London, that's really old. So this one, I'm excited, and it's chunky. It's a chunky book. About almost 500 pages. So let's see. I'm gonna read this, and I'll read it and I'll give you guys the feedback. I don't know if it's gonna be good. It had a lot of good reviews, but we'll see. So then I got back, and there's this one author I really love to read her books when I just want to escape into a different world. And I knew she had a book out, but I just didn't do a pre-order for it. And that would be Ali Hazelwood, Dip End. So this is the Target one. And as you can see, oh God, the sticker. I really just like this. I'm almost about to take it out. Okay, but first of all, the colors are so gorgeous. Oh my God, look at how beautiful. I never knew that purple and teal could go so well. And the edges, oh my God, it's so beautiful. They do have this inside. So it's really, I'm super happy I was able to snag this copy from Target. I really love it. It's so beautiful. Deep End, though, is very steamy romances. So Ali started pretty mild, mid-romance, and I don't know, she just decided to take it up a notch. So let me get into the synopsis. Scarlett Vandermeer is swimming upstream, a junior at Stanford and a student athlete who specializes in platform diving. Scarlett prefers to keep her head down, concentrating on getting into med school and on recovering from the injury that almost ended her career. She has no time for relationships, at least that's what she tells herself. Swim captain, world champion, and all-around aquatic golden boy Lucas Blomqvist thrives on discipline. It's how he wins gold medals and breaks records. Complete focus with every stroke. On the surface, Lucas and Scarlett have nothing in common until a well-guarded secret sleeps out and everything changes. So they start an arrangement. As the pressure leading to the Olympic hits up, so does their relationship. It was supposed to be just a temporary, mutually satisfying fling, but when staying away from Lucas becomes impossible, Scarlett realizes that her heart might be treading into dangerous water. So Ali usually writes about women in STEM. So this is something that's kind of like a 360 from what she typically writes. I mean, the romance and the romance is probably still the same, but she writes about women characters in STEM. That's most of her books are like that. So I'm super excited. They're a bit older. So this one, she's still a junior, so she's still in college. So I'm excited to read this book. It's also a bit more chunky than the books that she usually writes. This is about 400 pages. So I'm excited to read it. This was supposed to be my next read until the next book that I'm about to show kicked it off out of my TBR. So I'm gonna get back to it hopefully in the month of March. Because this I was super excited for this book to come out, and it has a lot of good reviews. So we will see. I will do a review. And in that line or in that thread, I'm gonna talk about Dream Count. So if you are familiar, Chimamanda Adichie hasn't released a book in 10 years. I mean, she's done short stories and some other plays and stuff, but not a full novel. So we get Dream Count, and everyone, me included, I was super excited because I enjoyed her other books that have come out, years back. Americana, Half of a Yellow Sun. So whenever I saw that she had Dream Count coming out after 10 years, I was like, I have to have it. So I'm just gonna quickly give you a synopsis. Chiamaka is a Nigerian travel writer living in America. Alone in the midst of the pandemic, she recalls her past lovers and grapples with her choices and regrets. Zikoro, her best friend, is a lawyer who has been successful at everything until, betrayed and brokenhearted, she must turn to the person she thought she needed least. Omelogo, Chiamaka's bold, outspoken cousin, is a financial powerhouse in Nigeria who begins to question how well she knows herself. And Kadiato, or two, I don't know if I'm saying that right. I'm just not doing well with the names today. I'm so sorry. Chiamaka's housekeeper is proudly raising her daughter in America, but faces an unthinkable hardship that threatens all she has worked to achieve. So, the book we're gonna be, the lives of these four women is being intersected. I actually have started on this book, to be quite honest. I'm about here, this page, okay, 87 or so. I have thoughts. I just finished the first bulk of Chia's POV. I have thoughts. I have a lot of thoughts. I'm gonna come out and do a full review on this book, but whoo, baby, she's yeah. So Dream Count, Dream Count is out. Pick it up if you've always loved Chimamanda. And let's discuss after, I definitely will have a dedicated video just for this book out. Probably in the coming months. I want people to have time to actually read the book and not get spoiled by anything I'm going to say in my review. So, this is what I'm currently reading. And once I finish reading this, I will go to Deep End because I definitely want some Ali Hazelwood in my life. But Dream Count is not bad. And so the last and final book that I'm gonna review, that I have on my book haul, or so this one. Okay, so this book and Dream Count were pre-orders from Amazon. So on release day, they just delivered it. The other books, like I said, I got Deep End at Target, and the other books I got them when I was in Cape Town. So the last and final book will be Oaths Bound by Tracy Deonn. So she's the author of the Legendborn cycle. This is book 3. The first books 1 and 2 already came out, and this book is kind of like a Knights of, like a King Arthur, not a King Arthur retelling, but something similar to that. So Legendborn and Blood Mark. Legendborn was I really enjoyed Legendborn. Like that, I read that book first and I was like, I mean, that's obviously the first book, but I read it and I was like, oh my God, this is so, I really like the story. I like, the characters, and I typically don't like books where it's kind of modern, but then there's like fantasy in it. I don't know if that makes sense. Like I like books about elves and fairies, and we're in elf and fairy lands, not elves and fairies in Texas, So, Legendborn was really good. I did not like Blood Marked. I didn't like it because a couple of things went down, and I was just like, ugh. So I am very hopeful that this book will not go the way the second book came out. The second book was. So let me read a synopsis real quick. He says, severed from the legend-born, oath-bound to a monster, Bree Matthews is alone. She exiled herself from the legend-born order, cut her ancestral connections, and turned away from the friends who can't understand the impossible cost of her powers. This is the only way to keep herself and those she loves safe. But Bree's decision has come with a terrible price. An unbreakable bargain with the Shadow King himself, a shapeshifter who can move between humanity, the demon underworld, and the legend-born secret society. In exchange for training to wield her unprecedented abilities, Bree has put her future in the Shadow King's hands and unwittingly bound herself to do his bidding as his new protege. Meanwhile, the other Scions must face war while their round table is fractured, leaderless, and missing its king mage, as Selwyn has also disappeared. When Nick invokes an ancient law that requires the High Counts of Regents to grant him an audience, the other Merlins imprison him. No one knows what he would demand of the Regents or what secrets he has kept hidden from the table. As a string of mysterious murders escalates and Merlins are found dead, it becomes clear that no matter how hard Bree runs from who she is, the past will always find her. I take it back. It's actually a King Arthur retelling. Legend-born was so good. So good. If you haven't gotten on this hype on this book, please do. Start from the beginning. At least you have 3 books in the series out now. Tracy Deonn is a fantastic writer. It's easy to get into, so pick it up if you like King Arthur retellings set in like a modern kind of world. And they are young, but they're well adjusted for the ages that they represent. So I'm super excited to get into this. Another question that I have, I guess, is I need to read Legend-born and Bloodmarked before I read Oathbound. Yes, because I don't know, it just takes away from the enjoyment when I'm trying to figure out what happened again. I wish authors did this thing where they would like put here's what happened on the last book, because it takes so much time. This book was released in March, right? Yeah, March, and the last book came out maybe 2 years ago. Yeah. Bloodmarked came out, it didn't come out last year. It came out a year ago. So it came out 2 years ago, I think. I'll check and confirm. But yeah, so I wish they did like a little, here's what happened. I know one author who does that is the guy who wrote the Fury of the Gods, John Gwynne. Yeah, he always kind of does like a little catch-up chapter that kind of tells us what happened. So you don't even have to go read the whole thing, if you have good memory like me. I'm just joking. So anyways, these are, some of the books I just got quite recently. I'm super excited to, read them. Like I said, I'm currently reading Dream Count, but I will definitely move on to Deep End because that's a book that's like, high on my list. So yeah, and I'll do reviews when I have them out. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. Please like, share, subscribe, put a comment if you have any of these books on your to read, on your TBRs, or if you've read any of them, or if they sound fascinating or interesting, or like books that you would love to read. So thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful day. See you guys in my next video. Bye!